But of course here, some people say, doesn't this make the Quran difficult? Yeah, why do you want the word of Allah to be very simple? Every book was written in this world for the world to read it. But this book descended upon the world from outside the world for the world to read it. It's not simple. It's not a normal book.
Can you name one ayah from the Quran that made you 100% convinced that this cannot be a word of a human being? The one that mesmerized you the most?
I'll tell you something that affected me a lot, and an incident that happened to me that proved to me that the Quran is not ink on paper, is a living being. So which one you want to start with? Okay, I'll start with this incident. It's a strange one. Before coming to this house, I lived in the 36th floor in a building in East London that oversees the Olympic Village, and it sees all of London. It's very panoramic. There isn't one brick in this building. It's all glass from everywhere. So I want you to imagine the midnight on the 31st of December with all the fireworks of the new year. It looks amazing from everywhere. It's amazing. I attended that like 3 times. I lived there for 4 years. And the 4th year, I had an idea that, okay, well, you have seen that before 3 times. Yes, beautiful, but you have seen it. You took even videos. Why don't you do something different this year? Well, the number of people who are worshiping God at this moment is very few. Most people are watching the fireworks, and some people are dancing and clubbing and drunk. Why don't you become one of the few people who will be worshiping at this moment? So I said, okay, that's a good idea. I put down all the shades. I turned off all the lights, and I turned on the Quran app on iPad, and I put it in front of me, and I started doing Qiyamul Layl, beautiful, at 11:30. 10 minutes before 12, I was in the second rak'ah, after the Fatiha, reciting the Quran, and then the explosions of the fireworks were so loud, and still there are some colors coming from between the shades, yellow, blue. It became very tempting for me that I'm losing a lot, I'm missing a lot. So I said to myself, well, okay, guys, listen, it's not haram. At the end of this ayah, just say Allahu Akbar, make ruku', 2 sujuds, and go watch. Enjoy it. And then come back and pray until Fajr. You'll do both. I said, okay, let me finish this ayah and say Allahu Akbar. You know how the ayah finished? The ayah ended like that. قُلِ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ ذَرْهُمْ فِي خَوْضِهِمْ يَلْعَبُونَ. Say Allah and leave them in whatever they are busy playing. I'm sorry, this is not a coincidence. Out of 6,234 ayahs, this is not a coincidence. This is a living being that talks to you, and it's just you need to establish a relationship with it. It's going to talk to you. It's about the Quran dealing with your feelings. I'll tell you another ayah that affected me a lot, and it's an ayah that I love so much, and I recite nearly in every prayer. It is ayah in Surah Al-Imran, قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ تؤتي الملك من تشاء وتنزع الملك ممن تشاء وتعز من تشاء وتذل من تشاء بيدك الخير إنك على كل شيء قدير. At a certain night, it was the night when actually someone that I don't like became a ruler in a country, and I think that he took the rule there unjustly. After an inqilab and stuff like that. I really wasn't feeling good that night. And I went to pray in the mosque, Fajr, and the imam didn't come, so they pushed me to lead the prayer. So reciting this ayah, I felt like I'm reciting it for the first time in my life. I never noticed this. Listen. قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ. Say, O Allah, the owner of the authority or the dominion, the owner of authority. You give authority to whoever you will, and you take authority from whoever you will. And you honor whoever you will, and you humiliate whoever you will. Excuse me, why 4 times whoever you will? The Quran should be more concise. The Quran is concise. Why didn't Allah say it like that? Say, oh Allah, owner of authority. You give authority and honor whoever you will. And you take authority and humiliate whoever you will. We could have saved 2 whoever you wills. But he didn't say so. Why? He didn't link authority with honor or humiliation. So Allah can give authority to someone and humiliate him when he is in authority. And And Allah can take authority from someone and then honor him after authority was taken from him. You see the beauty here. It's mind-blowing. And you know what? I read it like 10,000 times before and I never understood it like that. Except when I was in a certain psychological status and I understood it. And that's amazing. This is mind-blowing.